It's last night and the barley seed has arrived. It's about 7:30 now, so after I've edited, so that's why you've got it today. So I'm just unloading it up now. I think I've actually ordered a couple of tonnes too much, to be honest. But never mind, we'll get it unloaded. Tuesday morning, got my hoodie on because it's raining. Morgan's just moving some blocks around. They've been taking up space in the shed for like, I don't know, the last 2 or 3 months before the new office, which is another project we'll get on with when the winter sets in. But we've got 3 load of fertiliser coming tomorrow, and we just need the room really. We've got to try and fit it in front of here. I think only 2 loads are going to fit in. We'll be keeping these blocks dry so they don't get wet for when we're using them, but we're going to have to put them outside and put them under plastic. Truck over there last night was delivering barley, and this barley seed here, the guy had a bit of an accident. He was walking along the back of the wagon with the curtain closed, but he'd undone the curtain at the front and unclipped it and had forgotten. So he kind of reached sort of like round a bag like this to see, and then put his foot down, leant on the curtain just opened and he just dropped out the thing and landed on his arm. So he was stopping over the night. He was a bit sore last night, and then this morning his arm's all swollen. So Andrew's actually taking him to the hospital to get it x-rayed. So yeah, be careful when you're on the way. You hear about people falling off trucks, you think, how'd you fall off a truck? But it's when you think the curtain's closed and you lean on it and it's not. So yeah, just be careful everyone. So hopefully he's not broken anything, but he's obviously in a bit of pain with it now. Gonna have a look if these sunflowers have dried yet. The wood chip has at the back but not at the front. A bit of heat in them now. Probably getting dry near the bottom, but need a little bit longer, I think. Morgan and Andrew are going power gliding. Why didn't you start downwind? It's like the environment. It's like the environment agency when they start dredging. They don't understand to start downstream. Yeah, we're covering these bricks up. I don't know why Richard told us to. I think it's so when you put them together, they cement easier. Hey up. Police helicopter, I thought it was a birthday bumper. The roof in the workshop was leaking, so they've just had the cherry picker and fixed it, but the purling's full of water, so we might drill a little hole in it to let it out. But yeah, we just put some of this on, wherever it's gone. We can paint it on in the wet, which worked out quite handy. Andrew's got the combine out ready to wash off. He's just going to knock all the stuff off the chopper on the field first. They've got the low loader on now. He's going to load the mini digger, take it up to the new farm, Wellbrook, and start cleaning out one of the other sheds ready for fixing the roof. I've got an NFU meeting tomorrow in Warwickshire, so I'm going to head off today. We'll look at some interesting things on the way. Right, next up Wellbrook, then on to Warwickshire. The guy sadly had broken his arm in 2 places last night when he fell off the truck, so again, be careful. You know, he's back from the hospital now. I think someone's coming to pick him and the truck up now. My dad's been round with a little spray. You see the grass is starting to die off. Morgan's on his way up with the digger. Scrape the rest of that shed out. I'll have to put some fertiliser in it tomorrow. See how they're getting on inside the bathroom. The bath's out. Bathroom's all ripped out now. Ceiling's down. That's going to get boarded in this like plastic stuff that stops condensation. This is going to get insulated board on because you get a bit of damp from them gutter systems, them concrete gutters. That's going to be off a bit. Patch all that up. Going to be sink, the towel rail, mirror, cabinet, bath, and then the toilet's going to be back where it was. These have been, all the floor's been ripped up in these. There's a hole in the roof where a tile slipped, so it's a bit damp there, so we need to get the cherry picker in the garden and sort that. That fireplace has been taken out, so that can be boarded over. Plumber hopefully is going to come and put the feeds in for central heating, so we can finish upstairs once the bathroom's done and then move downstairs. All the floors are wet, so they've been taking them up and then getting rid of these concrete slabs in the pantry. This will be like a downstairs bathroom. toilet shower thing. Now, it used to be Ellis Machinery, it's now Amtech. Came last year, didn't I, with Tom Rees looking at different things. And they've got quite a bit of stuff in. A couple of horse drills on the way in. So we're going to have a little mooch around and see what's going on. It's a bit windy, I might have to see if I can do something with my microphone on my phone so it doesn't crackle perhaps. It's a bit windy, so I'm going to try and stick one of these over the microphone, see if it stops it making a noise. Right, we're going to start in drill corner. About to start there. Got an avatar like ours, but 4 metre. Has a slightly closer row spacing because it has sort of a row of coulters there, then another rotor behind in the middle. That makes it a little bit different. I hope you can hear me because of the wind. I'll put that fluffy thing over the microphone. 6 metre Cayena. Now, we had one of these on demo once. Quite similar to the Dale drill. Really thin coulter. Did a good job. It's just the frame's fixed in 3 metre banks. So you kind of, unless your ground's completely flat, it doesn't really follow the contours. Like they've got a trail cladding as well. That looks like a 6 metre front disc on it. Missouri. I always think it looked like a transformer then. A lot of steel in them. Oh, you can see a bit of fluff over the microphone there, can't you? Not better. Martin's got one of these at the moment. Got a cultivator there. Another, that looks brand new, that one. Caverland one. A couple of carriers, a little diddy one. That can't even be 3 metres, that, can it? Is it 2 metres? No, maybe it is 3. Yeah, 3 metre. Then 5, and is this a 6 or is this a 5 as well? Yeah, 2 5 metre carriers. So these are a bit like our discs, but slightly smaller, and then a steel packer rather than a rubber ring packer. I've actually got 2 of them Cayena drills in. Phone's struggling to focus because of the fluffy thing on the microphone. Got all the sort of the 3 metre machines up there. We'll go and have a look at them in a minute. It might be better to get in the car actually and show you. Let's go and have a look what's over this side. Couple of brand new Chieftain dump trailers, but I think these are part of the hire fleet. And then quite a lot. It's like a spider over lens, that microphone thing. Quite a lot of straw rakes in that aren't as worn out as mine. I need to price the new tines, to be honest, and I'll get an idea of how big a job it is to swap them all. We've modified them, got a little plate on them now. Might keep them a bit tighter perhaps. Ours are quite slack on the shaft. Got the Missouri one as well that has a little set of discs on the front, just to give it a little bit more of a tilt. It's a good thing that, to be fair. I'll go down here because Jamie's looking for a little stubble cultivator. So there's 300 metres of power harrows. Tiny stubble cultivators, the red one and the blue one. You've obviously got quite a lot of Sumos in stock. More pigtail stubble cultivators. Just make it so there's no wind on the microphone. Yeah, there's quite a few. There's this these called a Dutsy. I can't remember now. Oh no, it's a Bomford. I think there's like a gyrotil, is it, something? Doesn't say, someone will remember. But you've got 2 rotors inside, joined together by a chain at either end with different gears. So as it went along, one would drive, the other one it just kind of mashes in between the 2, just driven by the floor. A bit like a Sumo made by Challenger. Never heard of them. Looks well made. It's to be quite a... I don't know. I thought there was quite a bit of a stagger on the legs, but there isn't really, but looks awkward if the shear bolt goes. The Sumo, I think, similar to ours, is it? 3 meters. Yep. I'm filming a bit behind the buildings, but it's really windy, so I think I'm going to have to get in the car to film the other end. Otherwise, all you're going to hear is wind noise. I've got the price list, so Jamie can have a peruse of that in a bit. Anyway, I'm going to drive around the yard now in the car. Today's video has probably got a bit long, so you'll see this tomorrow, the rest of the yard. Morgan's been tidying up at Brookhouse while I've been looking around Ellis Machinery, so Amtech. Anyway, there's a couple of the before and after pictures of the shed now. We're just by the garden centre in Warwick on a 260 Puma with the new cab that is so quiet. I don't even think David's driving. I don't even think you can hear it really, can you? We were going along before at 54k and I thought he was driving Miss Daisy, not put his foot down, but it was actually because it was flat out and you couldn't hear the engine. Now someone watching might be able to tell me, is this the same cab we had on the Aprilia Optum baler thing that was wrapped last year? Because that was really quiet as well.
That is very quiet, isn't it? Amazing.
I mean, you can hear a bit of wind noise because it's blowing a gale and we're driving into the wind, but you couldn't in the other way. But the noise, you don't even hear the engine, do you?
What RPM are we running now?
1350 RPM. That's accelerating now, so what's it, 53k. Revs have dropped. It's just, you can whisper and you can still hear it. I don't know how. Like, what have they done? Wrap the engine in like a blanket or something? I reckon that's the tyres rumbling that you hear more than the engine sound. I mean, I thought the Valtra was quiet, but you'd have to get a noise level thing, wouldn't you, to see which is the quietest. Right, I found 2 faults with it. I reckon that cup holder sits on an angle so your coke will spill down here. And that needs to be a bit longer because unless you're a size 8 or 10 female, the seat's a bit small. But look at that, it's got central locking and a fob. Presume that'd be coded as well. But yeah, snazzy. Red leather as well. Push button start and stop as well. Jamie's having a go on it now. I just want to show you this though. Stop a sec. There's toolbox here. It's empty though, but it's good that, isn't it? And then it's got a hand wash on it as well. Little tap there, and you come out and wash your hands. I like that. There's another toolbox there as well. Come on. Another totally random day. Anyway, off now to check into the hotel, and just thanks to David for letting me have a play on that case because it was pretty cool. So I will see you all tomorrow, and Ian's finishing off with the birthday bumper.
William Gibbons is 11, Craig Rodford is 53, Henry Stokes City Jones is 13, Josh Mitch Whiting is 32, Robert Fujak is 34, Rob Gillard is 55, Charlie Kinder is 3, Kate Blood, Robert Pelletier, Paul Farrar, George Threadgold and Richard Priest. Happy birthday to all of you. 46,315 raised, which is around about 13 air ambulance missions.